Hi in-home, it's Amanda here, and I have with me Thomas Truby from First Quality. He's going to be discussing today a new product that First Quality came out with that we're going to be sharing with you that you can get exclusively on our new website, inhomehealingsupplies.com. So I wanted to have him explain the product a little bit. We've been working with First Quality for a very long time. I love their products, and a lot of their products you will actually see in stores at Walgreens or Target or things like that. They actually make those name brand products. So First Quality's been around for a very long time, and they have a new product called Prevail Air. So we wanted to talk to you about it and show you what it is. So I am going to introduce Thomas right now, and he's going to tell you all about the new product.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it. So we're really, really excited about the Prevail Air. Something that we have... Yeah, thanks. In the last few years, we have, at First Quality, really revolutionized the incontinence management program with our next generation brief. So that was a new brief in the Perfect 360 and the Breezers 360. That was important because it addressed the issue of breathability. We all know that residents or customers have a lot of issues with redness and skin breakdown in the stomach and back area.
Right.
Because it's hot and it's humid.
Especially, we're in Florida, so that happens all the time. I mean, that's a big problem here.
Absolutely. You're very correct. So the breathable top, bottom, and side panels of that brief were important in drying out the skin and letting it breathe. And what we're doing with the Prevail Air is just amplifying that. So now the entire brief is 100% breathable.
That's great.
Which is pretty amazing because you need some sort of a barrier on the outside of the brief to not let anything soak through into the clothes of the bed.
Right.
So we're able to achieve maximum absorbency, but be able to create a excellent microclimate area and release some of that heat and humidity.
That's awesome. And, you know, that's the biggest issue is with skin breakdowns is that's what you don't want to happen on your patient, your parent. If you're taking care of your elderly parent and they are having to use incontinence products, you want to make sure you have something that's going to be breathable because skin breakdown can turn into so much worse.
Absolutely. No, you're correct. The Air Max layer on the back of it, it's very amazing, and it's way over my head when it comes to technical stuff. That's why we're the first people to do it.
Right.
First Quality has a great reputation of being really the leader in incontinence products because we're a family-owned company who's been around for over 25 years, and all we do is incontinence. So luckily for our customers, we don't distribute anything, we don't make anything else, and so all of our time and energy goes into really leading the pack in incontinence
I've
supplies.
seen that, yes, definitely. I could agree with you 100% on that. I've seen it.
Yeah. So, do you want me to explain a little bit about this?
Yes, please. I would love to hear more about it.
So we'll pull this up, and I believe we'll be able to share a link on your Facebook profile.
Yes, we will be sharing a link.
With some of the details about the Prevail Air, some of the things that go into it, as well as the resources that we have for our clinical team.
I love the resources. There are definitely a lot of resources that you can use if you want to contact them about more information about their products.
Me too. Makes my life a lot easier, and
I'm sure
makes the customer's life a lot better as well.
Definitely.
So the Air Max layer, in a nutshell, is a way that we can release some of that heat and moisture through this Air Max layer, the back layer of the brief. And actually, I have one right here. Oh. So on the back layer of the brief, we now have this Air Max layer, which when it's up against the body, the inside of the brief and your body is creating this heat and moisture. And so this microclimate area inside the brief, we want to release that heat and moisture so we don't break down the skin.
Right.
The more wetness we have on there, the more heat, more breakdown. So this is releasing that energy while keeping everything contained in our super absorbent core of the brief. One of the best things that I really like about the brief, and we introduced this on our next generation products, is the stretch panels.
Yes, amazing stretch with these.
You know, it's amazing how much more comfortable a brief can be when it fits like a protective underwear, and it's stretchy in the side panels. We can actually get more of our customers and more residents into less sizes, but have it be a more comfortable, more kind of custom tailored fit for them because of the stretch panels.
Wow, look at that. That's crazy. It's like doubling in size.
Absolutely. And this is our smallest size.
And this is so thin and it's soft like cotton, which is so. I mean, it's very comfortable in the skin. I'm sure
it is.
That's your small size.
This is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Customers have said that before, with some of the more static or straight across panels, you can see a red line maybe sometimes on the thigh or in the butt area.
I've seen that.
This is a really nice soft feel over the skin. I don't know if you can see it there, but it doesn't leave that red line as much, and it's really comfortable to wear.
Right.
So I always try and think that if and when I ever need to be in one of these, I want it to be one of these because it's very soft to the touch. It's comfortable.
Oh, yeah, it's like soft cotton. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Very, very soft.
And briefs have come a long way. Now our briefs fit much more discreetly and more like a protective underwear.
What is this yellow line here on the back? Do you guys see that?
Absolutely.
Like
so wetness indicator.
Oh, it is a wetness indicator.
Yep.
I remember my babies had those. That was like a huge, that helped a lot because you don't have to take the whole thing off or check. It's a wetness indicator that would change its color.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, great.
And, for most skilled nursing facilities or for anyone at home or someone who's a caregiver, they're doing a great job of checking and changing, regularly. But this is a nice way to see,
Right.
And also, the wetness indicator, the brief right here, I don't know if you can see in here. Yeah, you can kind of see there's a dotted pattern inside of the brief. So we were the first people to do, or the first company to do this dotted pattern. The reason why the dotted pattern is important, when someone voids or uses the brief, the dotted pattern actually pulls that away evenly throughout the brief, so it's not leaving a huge clump of it right in the middle or spreading out to the sides here. It draws it out so that way it evenly disperses through the brief. Which will also help with the skin, I'm sure. And it also helps with if we're having any pressure ulcers or any sort of pain in that area, because sometimes if a brief isn't made like this or made well enough, parts of the cotton fluff on the inside can break apart and it can clump up in one area and it'll leave a really hard spot on that person. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's not something you want. So that's interesting that it pulls and wicks away so it's evenly dispersed. And I love the wetness indicator. That's very important. Now, I know that a lot of people, when they're taking care of their elderly parent or aunt or uncle, and they put them in a something like this, and they want to put an underpad underneath it.
Sure.
Is there really a need for that? Because I think that this is going to be absorbent enough. I don't think that they would actually, even on the sides, you could see it would actually hug the legs. So, you wouldn't have an issue with any leakage, correct?
You absolutely wouldn't. Something that is very important, and I think, like you were saying, people feel the need to have that overprotection.
Right.
And I think that was born from many years of having, some inferior products or things that leaked out the sides, and so it felt comfortable to have that.
Right.
Now, with our new briefs, it is so absorbent, there's no need for it. And what I always tell people when they're asking about that is the fit of the brief is the most important thing to eliminate if we're having any leaking issues. Because if I asked you, we make these in 3 sizes.
3 sizes,
yep,
okay.
And that fits the majority of people. Out of the 3 sizes, which one do you think is going to hold the most? This one, the middle, the large size, or the extra large?
Well, I would hope they would all hold the same.
And you're absolutely right.
Okay, good.
So a common misconception is that bigger is better.
Right.
A larger brief is going to hold more. And so if someone is a very heavy wetter or on some medication, it's easy to put them into something larger.
Right.
The problem, as I'm sure you can tell with a larger brief, on someone who's smaller, is that it's going to hang, it's going to leak.
It's going to be uncomfortable.
And so if we're putting them into the correct size, and all of these resources are available to you and your customers as far as sizing charts and how to size them. Yes, absolutely.
That's always, you need a sizing chart for sure.
Yep, a simple height and weight chart is fantastic, because then we can put them in the correct size, because we want this as up close and personal to that area where they're going.
Right.
So as soon as it goes, it sucks it right in.
Right, and disperses. Oh, that's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, so to answer your question, there's really no need for that underpad.
Right, and that'll save you a lot of money as well, is not using, you know, multiple items. I've actually seen people who've actually layered like things. They'll use a brief and then they'll have a pad or a liner underneath it, and that just totally defeats the purpose of the whole product. So yeah, there's no
Absolutely.
reason for those extra products with something so great as this. And it's so thin, and how much does it hold? Does it?
So
do you know?
You know, I never really like to say how much it holds, just
Okay.
because different people wet different amounts,
Right.
or they use it differently. The thing that I always like to say is, you know, if we're checking and changing regularly, then these are going to hold more than you're ever going to need. You know, people in skilled facilities or even at home will go through, you know, 1 or 2 wets, or, you know, maybe more depending on that, but it will hold. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to hold a lot more than anybody else.
And now the technology that you guys have, it makes it so thin, so it's so much more comfortable
It
for the
really is.
patient. And it's not, there's no necessary need for those big bulky items that I've seen, you know, on people before, and it just looks so uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And, you know, we'll be able to post a guide or a link for our clinical team, our eNurse program.
Great.
But that
eNurse
is,
program.
it's a fantastic resource. Our eNurse program is a group of nurses, physical nurses, who are in the field, as well as they man a 24-hour chat and phone line that can answer any clinical questions, any technical questions about the products. And really,
that's great.
yeah, it gives people, you know, a sense of ease,
Security.
knowing that at any time, day or night, they can reach out to someone and get the help that they need, whether it's
great.
a sizing issue, or maybe they're experiencing, you know, something that someone at your company hasn't seen before. You know, it's a great way
Right.
to reach out and get an actual physical RN working with them.
Well, we'll definitely attach that link into our page today, so you can check it out if you have, if you want to order this product, and also if you want to contact them and their e-nurses. I think it's great because the one most important thing is we want just, you know, the sense of dignity back for our, the people who have to wear these, and that, you know, this thin and this breathable is going to help them have that dignity back. So it's a great product, and thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Absolutely.
We will be posting tons of information on this today on our Facebook page. You can also catch this live all day today, and we'll also be posting it on the YouTube later today as well. Thank you so much for coming to
You're
join us
welcome.
today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we will see you guys soon, and we'll probably see you before the holidays, but if not, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.